Alright, hey guys. So today I'm here with a video about OTK Dragon. This is a slightly newer deck that's compared to other decks like Daria, it's only really recently emerged in like the past couple of weeks. And so it basically revolves around using removal and trying to stall out the game until you can get a massive swing OTK potentially turn using Wildfang Dragonewt and Altered Fate. Now if you don't know what Wildfang Dragonewt does, every time you discard a card from your hand, you deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. So the kind of plan is to get a bunch of them out, and you can do that through Fortune Fina and Goblin Mage, and then you use Altered Fate, which discards your entire hand. So hopefully you'll have a big hand and draw a card for each card that you discarded. So in a perfect world, you can OTK someone from full health with this combo. What that would look like is something like, say you had 9 cards in your hand, and you play 3 Wildfang Dragonewts, and then you play Altered Fate. Then that would do 15 damage, and that would cost 8 mana, and then you draw into another Altered Fate, and you play that. That's 30 damage. It's not 30 damage. It's close to 30 damage. It's a lot of damage, is the point that I'm trying to make. And it can quite easily OTK people if they're not prepared. So, let's just jump into a couple of games that I played, and we'll see how it goes. So, this is a game that I played against, what was it? Against Sahaquil Dragon, which is basically like the new kind of standard Dragoncraft deck. So here I saw that in my opening hand I had Wildfang Dragonewt, which you don't really want as your opening hand because you don't want to play it until late game with your combo. Dragon Oracle, great card to have early on. You almost always want to keep it. Actually, you know what? I'll just say it. You always want to keep it. It is the best card you can play on turn 2. And Gourmet Emperor Kaiser, which is good. It provides me with another 2-drop in my hand that I'm always going to have unless it gets banished, which is pretty unlikely to happen against Dragoncraft early on, at least, until they get to like Odin turns. So anyway, I'm just going to throw away my Wildfang Dragonewt, and I'm going to get Dragon Warrior, which is pretty good because I'm going second, which means that I get to evolve first, so I get to evolve on curve. So yeah, I'm going to play Ivory Dragon turn 1, Dragon Oracle turn 2, and I'm going to ramp up. It's going to be good, you know? So he's going to play Gourmet Emperor Kaiser. Doesn't really tell me what kind of deck he's running. At first I assumed that it's just going to be a mirror match, which could be interesting, but I don't know, probably not very good for a video. Yeah, so anyway, he's gonna trade into my Ivory Dragon, and then play his own Dragon Oracle, and it's looking more and more like a mirror match as the game's going on, because we're both like playing the exact same cards. Turn 4 though, I get the big swing with Dragon Warrior, kill his carrot, and then kill his dude. And I'm gonna swing face, so that's 2 damage, you know? And getting damage on the face is super important because it means that it's damage. It means that you can have a smaller hand when you go for your Wildfang Dragonewt turn. Now he's gonna play Goblin Mountain Demon, which signals to me that he's probably just normal ramp. And I'm gonna top deck. Oh, I'm gonna draw Breath of the Salamander. I already had one in my hand, but what you always want to do is you want to play the card that you top decked. If you have 2 of the same card, play the one that you top decked. Chances are that if they're paying attention, they'll notice that it's a top deck, and it might tilt them. Anything you can do to get an easier win is good. Now he's going to play Sahaquil on turn 7, and he's going to drop Bahamut, which tells me that he doesn't have Lucifer in hand, and that I can expect Bahamut to be coming down on turn 10. So this is really good for me, because it means that I know that he doesn't have any extra healing coming. So it's going to be quite easy for me to get off a big swing turn and potentially win. Now he's going to play another Goblin Mount Demon, which is, you know, it kind of hampers my plans of getting extra damage out onto face. And he's going to evolve his Sahak Wheel and go for damage on my face. So here I'm just going to use Breath of the Salamander again, and I'm just going to try and clear out as much as I can. I'm going to play Goblin Mage so that I can get a Dragonewt up to my hand. Mainly because I want to be able to play this combo as soon as possible. Now he's going to drop Odin and banish my dude and go face. Kind of questionable. I guess in his mind it ensures that his Goblin Mount Demon won't die to whatever I bring in. Unfortunately, I have Fina, so she's just going to evolve and take it out quite cleanly. I'm going to get another Dragonewt into my hand. Ivory Dragon's going to draw me a card, and this is going to set me up for a pretty easy lethal. He's going to play Bahamut, destroy all of my cards, and that brings Ultimate Carrot back to my hand, and it actually gives me perfect lethal here. Dropping double Dragonewt, and then playing Altered Fate, and so each Dragonewt is going to deal 6 damage. And that's game. So you can kind of see there how easy it is to actually get wins. It's kind of surprises them. They're not really ready for it. So here is my next match. And if I'm not mistaken, this one should be against D-Shift? Yeah, okay, so this one's against D-Shift, which is good, because it shows you how this deck can play against Control. You know, Control usually beats Combo because you have to set up your combo, and if you go too late, then they will be able to use their combo on you, especially with D-Shift, which, you know, it kind of just beats every deck if they don't play well enough. So, you know, with this mulligan phase, I'm just going to try and throw away my Dragon Warrior and Dragonewt, because neither of those are good cards for my starting hand. Keep Emissary because it's a card that I can play on 2, which is always good. And I'm going to get Blazing Breath and Goblin Mage. So yeah, the reason why I didn't want to keep Dragon Warrior was because I knew I was going first. So yeah, I'm going to just, you know, be playing cards on curve. There's not really any insight here. He does play Magic Missile on my face, which kind of signals to me that it might be Daria. Now I'm just going to play Goblin Mage, you know, get another Wild Fang up to my hand. It's always good to try and get those up as soon as you can, because it means you have a higher chance of drawing Altered Fate. Now playing Dragon Warrior here is actually a pretty good idea, because it baits him into trading and thinking that it's a really good trade for him, when I was never actually going to evolve my Dragon Warrior. I was always planning on evolving Fortune Hunter Fina, so that's pretty good for me. He's going to use his Merlin to trade into that instead of trading into my Goblin Mage. So I'm just going to evolve here on an empty board. Still a good value trade, because now I can play my Goblin Mage and get my third Wild Fang Dragonewt up to my hand. Now this means that once I get the combo off, I can do it at 8 mana. It's going to do pretty insane amounts of damage, no matter how many cards I have in my hand. So he's just going to use Angelic Snipe and Fate's Hand and blah blah blah. Still doing damage to face. Uses Wind Blast to clear off the Fina, which is good. And so here I'm going to play 2 Dragonewts and then Altered Fate. And this is actually lethal here. Each of them deals 5 damage, evolve Goblin Mage, and that makes 6. So there we go. That's kind of another game where you can just see how lethal can just come out of nowhere. It kind of reminds me of OTK Roach in that aspect. Except with OTK Roach, you get butt fucked if they put any wards down. You don't get butt fucked if they put wards down in this, because you just do direct damage to them. It's really, really good, and it kind of plays around a lot of the stuff in this game. A lot of, like, control stuff. So for this hand, I'm just gonna throw away my Aether. I don't really like keeping Aether, especially not when I already have a 3-drop. I feel like Imprisoned Dragon is just too good to keep, to not keep, sorry, as a 3-drop. And I'm gonna get Dragon Warrior, which is, you know, always a keep if you're going second. And gonna draw an Altered Fate, as well as Fortune Hunter Fina and Dragonewt on my turn 1. So here you're going to see that I just pass. This is because you really don't want to be using your Dragonewts just on turn 2. If you do that, you're basically saying that you don't want to win the game. So I'd rather pass the turn, take the 2 damage, and keep it for later. Now Imprisoned Dragon is going to be able to tank at least 1 shot from something here. It takes the Ogler, which is pretty good, and now I have a really good turn 4 play with my Dragon Warrior. I can evolve it, and I can take out 2 dudes with his evolve plus his rush attack. And so that's going to be really helpful in letting me stabilize in this game, which is super important knowing that I'm up against Daria. So he's going to play Levi, and he's just going to evolve and clear my board and get some damage on face. Always good. Interesting to note that he used Crimson Sorcery on my guy instead of putting the damage towards my face. Obviously he values the 4/4 more than he does the 3 damage. So I'm just going to play Fortune Hunter Fina on 5, evolve it, get my free Goblin Mage. I think Fortune Hunter Fina is so unbelievably strong in these kinds of decks, because especially in decks where Goblin Mage is always pulling out the same card, like with OTK Roach and with OTK Dragon, because you're always pulling out the exact same cards. You never have to worry about what you might pull. Yeah, it's just extremely good card. So now I'm going to play Blazing Breath here. I did heal up, and I'm going to evolve my Goblin Mage, and I'm going to trade. And I can see that in my hand I have Lethal all set up for next turn. Wait, what am I talking about? I don't have Lethal. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm gonna play Dragonewt. I know that I'm real close to losing here, so I kind of have to go for this swing turn now, even though it's not lethal. And so here is the big 15 damage combo to the face. And unfortunately, he is gonna win here because he's gonna draw off of Daria a Magic Missile and the Blade Mage, adding up to exact lethal. But I kind of just wanted to show you that this deck does have an insane amount of draw power, or not draw power, an insane amount of burst damage. And if I hadn't played, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I could have won that if I had played Bitter. Do I win that match if I only play 2 Dragonewts? I don't know, I should do that math another time. Probably after this video. Alright, so this is the last game that I have, and this one is OTK Dragon against D-Shift again. And so I just kind of wanted to show off, you know, what it looks like when you don't win so easily. I mean, I still win easily, but like, when you don't win so suddenly, you know? This one was more along the lines of like what happens when you don't exactly get, like, you don't get everything perfectly. So as you can see here, I'm not really getting, like, I'm not playing on curve anymore. I had to use 2 mana on my turn 3. Turn 4, you know, I have all these dudes that have evolve effects, and I can't evolve any of them because I went first. So he's just gonna play Conjure Golem. He played a summon Ice Golem last turn, so I couldn't even like do anything. And he's gonna evolve in Piercing Rune here, and he's just gonna clear my board, which is, you know, pretty annoying when you're trying to get damage so that you can do a full combo on them. So I'm just gonna play Fortune Hunter Fina here, evolve it, and get out my Goblin Mage. So good, dude. So good. 5 mana for 7-8 in stats. That's crazy. So yeah, he's gonna draw, play his own Levi, and evolve. And luckily, I don't have to worry about many more piercing runes. He has at max 1 of them left in the deck. He's just gonna trade in, use his Crimson Sorcery to kill my Fortune Hunter. And I'm gonna play Dragon Emissary so that I can get a Draconic Fervor, sorry. Which is good, because I'm really looking to try and sustain life here. And so, if I had had like a better hand, you'd be kinda looking to make lethal around here. You know, you'd be having like 2 Wildfang Dragonewts, as well as an Altered Fate, and I kinda top deck Altered Fate here, which is good, and it's definitely gonna help me win the game. So yeah, I'm gonna play Kaiser, and I'm gonna get a dude into my hand. I'm not really sure about that play. I think maybe it might have been a mistake. I probably shouldn't have played... What was it? I shouldn't have played Dragon Oracle. I should have played Ultimate Carrot instead. It just gets more board presence out. But it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to slam 2 Dragonewts and the Ultimate Carrot. I'm going to play Altered Fate and just hope that I draw into another one. Unfortunately, I don't. If I had, that would have been the game. But yeah, I didn't. So I just evolved my Ultimate Carrot and used Blazing Breath to clear the board. And so on his turn, he's going to use Magic Missile. Now he's on turn 8, so you're starting to get into the danger zone here. You know, he might be able to go for that big burst turn, especially since he's already got all these Merlins coming out. That's like super scary. But I'm just going to top deck another Altered Fate and win the game. So yeah, I'm going to include this deck list in the description, and hopefully I've inspired some of you guys to try it. I really like the deck, and I definitely think it has a lot of potential, and I look forward to trying out more new different decks. Alright, see you guys.